Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are here to present you the analysis of interpreted simulation. Our group is Global Apical Airlines. Apical is the topmost part of the plant, which symbolizes growth and innovation. It's also known as stopper, which we have justified the name throughout the simulation. The roles and responsibilities are as follows. Akshay is finance and asset manager, and the marketing and PR manager, and Sanket is operation and human resource manager. The model that we have used is TMT model, top management team, where we gather together and then we discuss the pros and cons of the decisions which we were to make, and we decided on the best decision, which helped in increasing our analytical skills. Our vision is to be the market leader. Our values are high quality, reliability, reliance, confidentiality, convenience. And our statement is travel with the best. Now for the strategy, I'd like to call it.
The strategy developed by our team was a differential strategy. Most of our team were focused, our groups were focused on stock, and we can see from the table of Porter's genetic strategy that LAS International had an overall cost leadership. Phoenix and Air Zeus were more focused on discounting airlines, so they were focused on cost focus. The main problem of our industry was Himalayan Airlines, Summit International and Unijet had an overall strategy but was spending more on advertisement and other parts, so we can say that they had a hybrid strategy. This does not give them a competitive advantage over a single this. And we had our stock segment, in our segment we had the highest stock price, so we could invest more on advertisement promotion, which would give customers a different product than others. Now, analysis of the industry, we have used Porter's 5 forces to analyze our industries. Threats of new entrants, no other group would enter in our industry, but the 7 groups which we have would enter in our routes that we are operating, so it's comparatively high. Power of supplier, we don't have any other option for the rising fuel prices rather than contracting it or buying it on spot. So we can say that power of supply is high. Threats of substitute, we can't say that the threats of substitute is very low because the price 38 cents to 40 cents which we are charging from the customer is very low, and the high speed trains charge more than that in UK or in any other developed nation. Competitive rivalry. 5 companies are operating in our normal segment. The major competitor are Summit Airlines because they are managing the cash and assets very usefully and fruitfully. The others company rivalry are not managing the cash properly. So we can say that a major rivalry is with Summit Airlines. Now, power of buyers. Buyers have a huge power because a same product is sold in the market, and they can shift to any airlines because the product offered is almost the same. Now I would like to call on Sanket to speak about balance mode.
Just having the high stock prices in market is not important. We also need to keep the balance scorecard. That's why we verified 4 main perspectives: financial, improve market positioning, training development, and customer perspectives. For improving the financial perspectives, we had set 3 goals. That is to have many assets, to have stronger EPS, earning per share, and to have right amount of cash. For having many assets, we have to issue share in first 2 quarters, and to have less shareholders. For improving market positioning, we have to increase the passenger loads, and we had to operate in more routes as well. Increase in advertisement and promotion were the measures we took in this process. For training and development, we had to retain old employees and start TQM plan. We also planned to give 20% of our total profit to the employees as it gives a sense of ownership to them.
Marketing helps us to present ourselves in the market. So the first thing, our pricing of the ticket. We've kept 38 cents throughout the period. Because the increase in the price might have changed in our demand, so we did not change it. And our spending on advertisement was higher than the industry spending. You can see this is the industry spending and this is our spending. There's a very huge difference, which was one of the key success factors. The promotional, our promotion, we spend more on promotion as well. Sales staff, we had highest salesperson until Q2. Then we created our own website. We provided free soft drinks, snacks, and meals for certain flights. Market research. Proper marketing research helps a company to track competitors' bounce back even if you lost the position in the market. For example, in Q5, our stock price went down from 41 to 37. So due to market research, we found out the reason was operation research, so we took care of the problem. We spend 31,000 every quarter doing all research, which helps to track the rival firms.
Route management. Route management is very important. We use smaller planes for the small routes and larger for longer ones. We use jet F and R. For smaller market, we use jet F and R and Projet for others. Chanakya once said that it is better to cut off an arm if it gets affected until the whole body gets affected. That's why we left unprofitable route as a key aspect, as it might decrease our profit. We can see that in Q4 we left route 9A, 11C and 21A in Q5 and 27E in Q7 as it would decrease our profit in future. Number of flights. We had more number of flights to give convenience to the passengers and to increase the passengers' load. We can also see that we have increased flights number 4 to convince our passengers as well. Level 3, we prefer level 3 while maintaining, because it has an impact on reliability, and higher reliability decreased commissions. We had 0% turnover, and to create a sense of ownership among the employees, we gave 20% of profits to all. Giving 20% of the profits to all might hamper our profit. The questions could rise, but you can see that the hiring and training cost were zero as an impact. From Q2, we also started out a TQM plan which required a minimum of 20,000, minimum of investment of 20,000. Our investment of quality and training was higher. We can see that this graph represents the spending on quality and training of other industries, and this shows ours. Now,
the major question out here is whether to lease or buy a plane. By calculating or using this graph, only thing we need to take into consideration is the annual cost of lease and the annual cost of buying. From this we can see that buying is an important thing to do. By calculation we can see that in one quarter we get a negative, in 1 year we can save up to 32,000 in one quarter, and in 8 quarters we can save 64,000. From this graph also we have explained that we had total of 6 aircraft bought. In 1 year, we save 32,000 into 6, and we have 2 years, or 8 quarters. So we can save up to 3,84,000 in this. And major impact over here is if we earn profit and pay back our interest, this amount will increase significantly. Now, management of cash. This is a very important aspect of our firm. Many of the groups were not able to do. Either they had huge amount of cash spending in their offices or had huge amount of overhead. We used the financial analysis tool. We used to enter the expected passenger load and calculated the project ending cash. And project ending cash would show us that we would have 1,92,000, which was considerably good. And our main aim was to keep between 3 lakhs and 28,000 cash. Now, strategy as streamed as decision. Initially, we planned to expand rapidly in all routes. That was our intended strategy. But after some time, we realized that after 279, our operating expenses increased significantly. So our real life strategy was not to increase 279 more seats than 279, rather give more seats in more profitable routes. Now, one major thing, analysis of loss and profit is very important thing. One thing I would like to show that our company had never faced any loss in this quarter. Only 3 companies in our industry could achieve this, and none of the company in other industry could achieve this. And we did not have a loss in the single quarter. Now, the reason why our stock prices fall. These are the 3 quarters our stock prices fall, and these are the amounts. These were the decisions taken, which we'll speak in the next slide, and the reasons are this. Now, speaking about quarter 5, we can see that from quarter 4 to quarter 5, the difference between operating expenses and the net revenue decreased because we increased our flight by 3 and we bought 3 new flights. That caused huge increase in our operating cost and insurance cost. That was the reason our stock prices fell down. In quarter 7, as you can see, the refund has increased to 2.8% from 1%, and 1.8% increase in a company which has sales of more than 1 million. It cost around 1 lakh per quarter. That was the second most reason. Third, very important one was that we had issued an overdraft of 1 lakh to 1,000. That caused us a decrease in stock price. Lastly, quarter 8, we had slight drop because of our huge fleet, and it was a winter quarter, so it 0.98 something drop. Now, causes of stock in that. These are the 5 quarters that are rose. Initially, we had, as I explained earlier, we were expanding rapidly, so we earned huge profit. And these were the reasons. In quarter 1, the reason was no competitors were there in which we were operating. In quarter 2, we increased TQM strategies. In quarter 3, aggressive expansion and creating our own website. We bought 4 aircrafts in quarter 3. And in quarter 4, which was no other company went into profit in entire boat industry. Only we could achieve this because we didn't do any movement in that because that was a winter quarter, and increasing in quality and advertisement and training helped us to do that. Lastly, dual designate helps to increase our stock price by 18.9, and our passenger load increased from 61 to 65%. Now, critical incidents. Altogether, we had 7 critical incidents, and 5 of them had a positive impact, and first did not have a negative impact. We'll speak this in this slide. In quarter 3, as you can see, we created our own website. So refunds dropped from 2.2% to 1% in quarter 8. In quarter 2, we had 2.2%, and 1% refund is equals to 3 lakhs for a company having more than 10 million sales. So you can imagine if in 1 quarter we saved 3 lakhs, in 6 or 7 we could save 18 lakh rupees. That was our main reason of success. And quarter 4, we gave a tip to a local newspaper. That causes decrease in reliability of other groups. Quarter 5, we created our rental business, so our income rose to 22,000. Quarter 6, our passenger load increased from 61 to 65% because getting connected with a major airlines. Quarter 5, we did not do it because our team thought that there might be something illegal in that business, and there were such rumors that could others company which to gain a profit of 5,000, but the reliability dropped by more than 1%. And lastly, we hire competitors' employees. That helps to increase our reliability. Now I'd like to concentrate to do the SWOT analysis.
It is very important to do a SWOT analysis to keep track of our business. The main strength we had was we had a very high quality. We had the highest quality and reliability. We had competitive staff. The main weaknesses we had were we were very aggressive in nature, and our operating expenses were very high. The huge fleet, the cost of having a huge fleet and the saturated market was one of the main threats we faced. Cash management was needed to pay less, and we covered all our markets, resort markets, as an opportunity. Now,
Why choose global Apical Airlines? From customers' point of view, we have the highest quality in the industry, which is 98, frequent flight in all operated routes, all our markets covered, highest reliability in the industry, a huge fleet of 10 aircrafts in good condition, experienced employees as we have 0 employee turnover, engage with major carriers and variety of scopes such as rental, car, etc. From the investor's point of view, we have the highest stock price, highest cumulative income, and highest net incomes, better performance of all ratios, which will be talked about later. We never faced any loss. The highest dividend we paid to our shareholders was 5,40,000 and 2.85 per share.
Now, speaking about stock prices, investor mainly he wants to see that whether in company which he is investing should be top. And we can see we have attained the first position 5 times, and average in the stock price was 40.31 and industrial price was 30.97. And we never went below the industrial average of stock price. This is another person, but we never went below the average also. Now speaking about return on equity, one major thing, if anyone invests in our industry, he or she may get a negative return, that is minus 0.3. So an investor must be very concerned about investing, where to invest his money, and if he invests, we could give an average 8.28, we may give higher, such as in quarter 6 we gave 14%, but in an average we gave return to 8.2. Like this speaks about the industrial return on equity, and the top one is return on equity of the group of our company. Now, return on sales. Many people say that our company succeeded because we had more sales of 10.1 million. But this graph shows that even having more sales, return on sales we have 4.1%. That is more than the industry. And this graph shows us this return on sales. Now, return on assets. Many people say that we bought, so it's very hard for a company for having assets of 12.7 million to have a positive return on investment. But by summarizing all the data and taking out the average, we get a 3.5, which is again greater than the industry, and this graph proves it. Now net income, we never went into a loss, and after, except 2 quarters, we are always the top company having the highest net income in the industry. Now cumulative income, as we can see, firstly we expanded gradually. After aggressive expansion, we have always attained the first position in the cumulative income, and you can see the gap between the industrial cumulative income and our, which is more than 17 lakh. And future plans, we plan to expand more on sea routes because we have cargo. And one major thing that we are not planning, until and unless we get 80% passenger load, we are not planning to exceed more than 279, because that would cause a very much high increase in the operating expenses. Now, diversify more in cargo. As we will get limited, our cargo we need to increase. To reduce debt to equity, we sold a plane in last quarter to reduce debt to equity, because many people were thinking that our business is very riskier. Buying backs of share to increase EPS. Now, conclusively, we can say that we joined small bits and points to achieve success. For example, as spoken earlier, creating website helps us to give 15 lakh extra income. Purchasing of assets gives us 5 lakh, and other critical incidents gave us an idea how to have a cumulative income of 22 lakhs. We got more practical knowledge from this. That's it. These are the references.